What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first night of virtual novels! Explanation point VN. So this is virtual novels. There's no action whatsoever. I'll be literally reading everything. So follow along the story. Alright, cool. Let's do this. Have my water ready. So, do you want to pick a name? Remember, to pick a name, you have to redeem it. Remember, we're a guy in this game. Treya-san it is. Oh boy. Here's a voice acting. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waking up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Treya-san. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near the streets, it became increasingly speckled with other students making their day commute. She played it before. By the way, Treya-san, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Not true! You told me you would join a club this year! Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to be the royal world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you try a little? Yeah, I guess. I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Hi, Verpsy. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello! Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I looked around and realized that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you and coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah! There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed this club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Val! What's up, Val? I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Andy, hi! You missed Twitch Sings last night. Nice to have you again. Sayori is full of energy swings, open the classroom's door. Everyone, a new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Drea-san, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Huh. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Jaya-san. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... you too, Monika. Come sit down, Jaya-san. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me and Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri went over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh, woo! Natsuki lifts the foil tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing with little pieces of chocolate we're used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika, I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? I made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you. No, you dummy. All right. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed this conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted Yuri looks away. I meant, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... that's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Oh boy, who likes Monika? Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for the events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. and it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised then. Aren't more people in the club yet? It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way.
Not many people are very interested in putting out all their effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that's much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best. You know it. Everything enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Drea-san, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga! I mutter quietly to myself half-jokingly. Manga. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What I'm saying, I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Aw, Yuri's sad. I don't think she likes manga. Oh my goodness, there's gonna be a lot of water drinking in the stream. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. But it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri as well be having a conversation with the rock. Really, I would have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror!
Oh, why's that?
Well,
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What?
What gives you that idea? You left the piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems!
Well, all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri looks quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone's even.
Yeah, let's do it!
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Jaya-san? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic about me joining the club, I bluntly came forward with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Jaya-san? You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. That is if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls light up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down.
Yeah!
Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Jaya-san, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety wailing up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Jaya-san, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright guys, we're gonna be writing a poem. It's time to write a poem! Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, so I have to move my camera a little bit. So, give me a minute. Let me fix this camera. Oop. Make it sad? No, we're not gonna make it sad. Hold on. I gotta move this follow thing. It's in the way. Come on, what happened? Alright, follow is blocking the girls. There it is. Alright, there we go. Now you see them. Alrighty. Hey, what's up, Trell? Alrighty, so what word should we pick? I can't do polls because this is a PC game. So, heart, play, infallible, heartbeat, inside dream, boop, giggle, candy, or whirlwind. So type in the word in the chat. The first word I see, I'll pick it. Inflatable? Okay.
Hi again, Drea-san. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Drea-san. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year.
And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Nasuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Nasuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga's literature!
Swiftly defeated, Nasuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys! Drea-san always gives it his best, as long as he's having fun! He helps me with busy work without me even asking.
That's crazy humble.
Like cooking, cleaning my room?
How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Sayori reminds me of me.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come you and Drea-san can become good friends too?
Sayori? Huh? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much? Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Nasuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this?
Hi
Hi, Single. How are you? This is Doki Doki. I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayuri's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though.
Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone.
Come, open your heart.
Thanks for coming to my stream today, Hype.
Oh, you're welcome. It was a pleasure. Oh, thanks for the bits. You didn't have to do that. Something that speaks to the creative minds.
That doesn't solve the problem, though.
What do you mean?
Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know. And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What's this? Sayori's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick?
What kind?
Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki will love to do that.
Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly.
That wasn't why you suggested it?
Cupcake speaks to my creative tummy.
Cupcakes it is then.
I'm hungry.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that way why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. What? I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Sorry! Wait, actually I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that.
This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're going to have less time for anime, you know. You need to get used to it.
Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true, though.
Yeah? I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on times?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on, at least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori is written all over your face. Sayori glances around at herself.
How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my fingers.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that.
Hey, you meanie.
And you don't even keep your blazer button up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
never mean.
Sorry, but you thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things.
Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid.
It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggled to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
Ugh. If you ever button it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
Don't say that out loud! Anyway, you look much better now. Ah, why does it feel so strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like that?
But it's so stuffy! It's not worth it at all.
Yay, AJ, that's exciting. Sayori hastily unbuttoned her blazer once more.
Phew! That's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on getting to bed earlier.
Fine, fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess. So,
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Oh, but I was joking this time.
Man, it's impossible to tell you with you sometimes.
Okay, everyone.
Monica suddenly calls out. Hot Dog Waterman, thank you for the follow and thank you for the host. Welcome to the galaxy of shooting stars. Mods, make sure to give a shout out. Welcome to Hot Dog Water.
Welcome to the internet, your
Hello,
gateway
hello.
to adventure.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the galaxy of shooting stars. Hi. Monica suddenly calls out, why don't we share the poems we write now?
Yay! Drea-san, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Read a poem. Alright, so whose poem you want to read first? You want to read Sayori's, Natsuki, Yuri, or Monica? Type the name you want to read. Sayori? Okay. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. So Sayori is going to be the first one to read my poem.
Oh my goodness! This is so good, Drea-san! I love it.
I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting.
I'm not a good writer at all.
I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why, because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opening has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it.
Oh, hot dog, there's no naming characters in this game. We already named... Zach already redeemed it, and that's why my name is Dreason in this game. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So, when I read your poem, it's not just a poem.
It's a Dreason poem!
Oh, I almost lost character.
And that makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'm breaking my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Drea-san. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know.
Trying new things like this for other people. Humble Gaming, I'm complimenting after I go through each character. So after I did already Ted, I did Val, I did Ted, next is Wizard, and then Burpsy.
That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay?
That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Here's her poem, ready? Okay, AJ.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning. It makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until the morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah, especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it.
Alright.
Who's the next poem you want to read? Natsuki's, Yuri's, or Monica? Write the name in the chat, and the name I see the most in the chat, we'll read. So we read Sayori's first. Thanks, Wizard. Burpsy says do Yuri's last. You want to do Yuri's last? Burpsy, I think they want Yuri now. We're going to do Yuri then. Oh, you can type April and the question next to it. Unless you want to ask and you want to keep it personal. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it, though. So is it that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize for new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering's completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I like to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost Under the Lights. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the ember glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Drea-san. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember, that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Drea-san, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. Oh my gosh, Natsuki's so mean. Harsh? What do you expect me to believe? That you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. Well, all starts somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your messages any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Nasuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. And last but not least, Monica. Hi, Drea-san. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Jason. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's the sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori will like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you know it is in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayuri's writing has kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of style. Okay, Val, but I always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself. Write the way everyone else wants you to write.
It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It could have been me. See, the direction the sparkle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind, like a film, left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform. Is that what you call it? Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Oh, nice, wizard. Natsuki eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? Oh, I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Drea-san did too. So based on that, I'm gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Drea-san liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Uh-oh. I feel tension rising. I'll be scared. Look at that face. Why is Natsuki so angry? Are you following along, everyone? Who's still here? Did any of you fall asleep yet? Wake up! Okay. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Jaya-san appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself... Hi, Rex! Long time no see. I would have deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Dreya-san started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you.
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Jaya-san! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this would have been in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? Help me explain that to her, Dreya-san. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Jason? How'd I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they probably think more highly of me. Oh my god, did I get rated again? What is going on? Holy cow! I literally went upstairs to throw out some trash to avoid crumbs. And I was giving like a speech. Thank you for the raid. You raided my empty chair. I hope my empty chair was being nice to you. Yeah, I'm playing Doki Doki. What's up, Fox? My chair was nice to you? Okay, I'm glad. My chair seems to be a little asshole to me, if you know what I mean. Oh my god, is everyone playing Doki Doki today? Like, did I pick the best day to play Doki Doki or something? What's up, Spider? What's up, everyone? Chair raid. I'm here. Oh my god, thank you for the raids. You're the second people that raided me today. Holy smokes. This is crazy. Like, super crazy. Wow. Thank you so much. I haven't used the beat button so many times in one stream. Alright, let's go back to this game. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and you just told her how you felt. Then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that. Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped in the point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. Oh, she literally walked out. You watch Caravan fly in my game? What do you mean Caravan? She's like, yeet! And by the way, I'm playing the original game. I don't have mods, but a lot of people are playing mods. So if you want to teach me how to get mods, that would be really cool. But I definitely want to finish the game originally. Because I always get the bad ending. This is the first time I'm going to get the good ending. I want the good ending. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Like this. She gets the poem. By the way, these are wipes. And she crumples it. She crumples it. She crumples the poem. Like that. Natsuki! She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri! How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? I don't understand. Can you demonstrate again? Sure! So I use the wipey, right? I got the wipe. This is how Natsuki felt about her poem. She takes it... Wait, are you making me waste my wipes? So here's a wipe, right? Pretend it's her poem. Right? Close it. And she crumples it up and throws it in the trash. There you go. Trash. No! I'm not doing it again. Stop trolling me, chat. Stop it. Val, you know better.
No!
I do have a mess in my room. Shh, don't tell her. Okay. Can we continue? I don't think any less of you. Hashtag Drea-san Uri. Ooh. Or Uri-san. Yes. I could see an Uri-san going on right now. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Drea-san. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun! Well, I say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Drea-san, how about you? Yeah, I say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Drea-san! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not really enjoying it either. Sayori! About what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew!
You know, Jaya-san, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun!
Okay. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught into the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I say that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay!
Yeah, let's do this.
Poetry time, everyone!
You know how this goes? You pick a word, and we'll see who likes the poem more. Alright, here we go. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, Drea-san!
Yo, Sayori! Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess there's always the simple things with you anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me and buy a snack?
No thanks.
That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Burpsy. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just want to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair.
How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves the one option.
What? I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
Hello, seriously phrasing. How are you? A Nobel Prize winner scientist left his job, work at SeaWorld, feeding baby dolphins. I like to believe he's serving a youthful purpose. Oh, that's interesting. Is that a joke? If it's a joke, here you get a rim shot. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always.
I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book.
Take this!
What?
Rhymes, thank you for the gifted sub! What is going on in my stream today? Thank you for the sub, thank you for the raids, thank you for the follows. Wow, thank you so much. Oh, you're playing Sea of Thieves, nice. It's an awful joke, I'm sorry. It's okay, you still get a laugh. Here's a laugh for you.
Yuri!
Tell Jason to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I get to observe into my book.
I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
There's no way you could think that.
You are right, though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution.
Retribution.
That!
Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there?
Don't let her fool you.
Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes.
So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Ooh. What happened?
Kaya!
Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
Ow! What was... a cookie!
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle?
It's because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though.
Natsuki, not so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. Ham! You good. Sayori suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue!
You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Yours is really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Jeez, beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Oh, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laughed as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica's in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
You don't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed.
Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you play music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica.
Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
Yay!
That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? Hey, what's up, Hot Cookie? Hi, Cookie. Zach, no spoilers. I won't let you down, Mochea-san. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry, I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share one once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks!
So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. I think she knows me. Looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes met for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry! I was just spacing out. I muttered the sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh!
It's fine.
I was focused and I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place.
But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What is it about anyway?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back.
the book is titled Portrait of Morkov.
There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Ominous.
Alright,
I just want to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, so her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by those people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Drea-san? Oh my god. Zach, I can't believe you made me name myself Drea-san. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is so into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it right. You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. All right. I opened the book and started the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eyes. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. So sorry. You're really apologizing a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, here, this would work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Ooh, shoulder touching! It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the pages. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do same with the right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we huddled even closer together than before. Ooh. Ooh. It actually kind of distracted me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the pages, letting it flutter over to her slide as she catches it under her own thumb. Alright, we're gonna do auto now. Hey, Yuri! This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into her head or anything. Wow, this is like... But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I cannot say that word. Reminiscent. My nose itches. Ah, I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it the bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Ah! Yeah! What are you saying all of a sudden? Ooh, Yuri's getting her hopes up. Let's see what's going on. Okay, everyone! Oh, great, Monica. Oh. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. I've never heard of them. I can't have spicy food, but enjoy your noodles and enjoy the storytelling. Yuri exhales, spared from the finishing her thoughts. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not that. It's fine. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Aw, that sucks, Zach. Heartburn? Eesh. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? Ooh! Drea-san and Yuri sitting on a tree. I guess I don't have too much of preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright, we're gonna speed it up a little bit. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Alright, who should I show my poem to first? Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, or Monica? Like, if you know, this is a dating simulator game, so hopefully we do hook up with Yuri. So who you want to show the poem first? I mean, whose poem you want to read first? You know, there's like a little speech and all that, and then there's a poem. Natsuki? Well, I can admit that is better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type of all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Natsuki's mean. Oh my goodness. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. Humble Gaming, I thought I'd put you to sleep. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh, yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Purple's my favorite color too, Val. I love purple. Here. Alright, I'm better off clicking. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words, but she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really badly. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friend starts to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can't explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. Yeah, no, I'm not dyeing my hair pink. Nice try. Not happening. I like my black hair. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks my... That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and making them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. I'm not dyeing my hair. I might wear a pink wig, but I won't dye my hair. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. Oh my god, my nose itches! Oh my gosh, why is it so itchy? Ah! Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Alright, who else? That was so weird. I don't even know what sound effect that was. Please don't clip that. Alright, Sayuri, Yuri, or Monica? Which one? Who's probably want to read next? Yuri? Okay. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Drea-san, how do you pick up on this so quickly? Hey, Yuri likes it. Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques we're practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid. But seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway. Do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The Raccoon. Wolf Among Us is on Fridays. Sundays and Wednesdays is virtual novels. Bedtime stories before you go to bed. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as a wandering human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The exciting beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon an urge. The most increment is phase and reflects that much light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right! It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and convey emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at a face value, then I can even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way that it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. If those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Suki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did. She did. Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah, Humble, you can't fall asleep. You can't fall asleep until the second part of this game. Sounds like you two have something in common. That's interesting. To me, she seems like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay, well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself.
I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Oh, I like this one, Jerry-san. It has some nice feelings in it. Ah, I'm glad. Still though, oh my god, my nose is so flippin' itchy. Your tone makes it sound like you liked yesterday's poem better. I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good. Well, don't just try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just hear it. No, I still like this one, I promise. You know I wouldn't lie to you, Jason. Never ever. Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one then? Well, I'm not really good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why didn't you at least try giving it some thoughts? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help you give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Drea-san. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like a lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in the bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark caves, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up. And in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shudders against the title between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm not used to you being... Maybe I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks! I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. Even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing's like magic. You gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah! Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori always has a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing that passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Hi again, Drea-san. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright. Great job, Drea-san. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. I like Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances? What? What word is this? Ooh, I love matcha. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. Oh my god, my nose! No, I never said that. It's just this kind of thing I never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space of the paper. Choosing where and how to space the words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Oh yeah, totally forgot. Save the game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit in front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've been designing some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we are also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori is putting it on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring the poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Nisuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys!
No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Nisuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite the poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we be able to show everyone what literature is all about.
Yeah!
It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find some feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if that takes standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Nasuki and Yuri remain silent. Hey, what's up? Hi, Keyboy Brian. Imagine Wagons, hello. First time here, welcome. How you doing? Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. Keyblade! Skirt, skirt! Thank you for using your Twitch Prime for the sub! I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayuri and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little. Well, maybe, but... Oh my god, my freaking nose! I feel like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with his red nose. How are you, Imagine Wagons? Is it your first time here? Oh, it's so itchy. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
Alright!
Alright, that's better. Hi, Josh! Phew. Thanks, Nasuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Well, welcome to the galaxy of shooting stars. Everyone, let's welcome Imagine Wagon and give Imagine Wagon a welcome shout out. Welcome!
Welcome to the internet, your gateway to adventure.
Where's my galaxy?
Submit!
Can you guide Santa's sleigh tonight? Smiley face, smiley face.
Welcome to the galaxy! And no, I'm not gonna guide the sleigh tonight.
Welcome, welcome! I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica? This is too sudden. Absolutely not, Josh. No, he was mean. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front... Thank you for the host. Oh no, don't worry. I'll start up to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in her mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting a poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line. She recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Hi, Chris. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applauded. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. I was hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri fired up all of a sudden? Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Wait, what are you talking about? Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past to the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and a structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire. Yuri keeps concealed into her head. Suddenly she finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she'd bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught off so guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for the host. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Thank you for the follow, Imagine Wagons. Love your name, by the way. Oh, you like the guitar riff? Yeah, I try to stay away from like extremely copyright songs now. So I had to like change my alerts. I'm gonna add more alerts, no worries. It just takes a lot of time to make those alerts. Okay. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. So Yuri hops out of the chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Ah. Ahaha. Excuse me, I burped. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reacting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or you're in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out on it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori began her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach much deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Drea-san liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely, but it might be the other poem wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay! Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Drea-san. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well Drea-san lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki! It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I just have to go what I wrote for today. I stand up and step up in the podium. Wait, what happened? What do you mean, Val? Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. "500 followers, you'll dye your hair pink." Oh boy. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. Hey, what's up, Cheska? I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it as much. Don't worry about it much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that improves over time, though. Thanks for the host. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. Then just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki grungily gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little.
While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a little rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The world feels like the bounce up and down is giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of the other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people, way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends? No, this is not a prequel to The Grudge. It's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be an other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time when you'll be reciting. Geez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for this club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I like to continue that. As for the festival, we finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. No, Cheska. He's just trolling. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find some enthusiasm in Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. It is for the sake of the club and impressing Monica. Then I have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always go home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Geez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Jaya-san. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. Oh, it's really hard to keep up with the voices though. But today Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Welcome back, Cookie. Hey, Sayori. Huh? Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So, just say the one day Yuri asks to walk home with you, huh? What would you do? What kind of question's that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Ooh, she putting me on the spot. This is the fourth raid on a Doki Doki screen. What is going on? Thank you for the raid, Pikachupa. Make sure to give a raid shout out to Pikachupa. Hey, Pika. My wonderful Pikachu. What's up, Doc? How are you? Welcome. We're playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Welcome. I'm gonna put you guys to sleep or maybe give you nightmares, but it's okay. It's been a while. So who you want to walk? Would you walk home with Yuri or walk home with Sayori? Which one would you pick? You pick Yuri? Okay. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does that thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it! Jeez. There's not such any point speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know. Oh my gosh, that's dark. Oh my gosh, that's like really dark. Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone's different. Nobody in the club is the replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes me happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? But I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all types of kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Yuri's the one with the purple hair, yes. Besides, what do you mean by you all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. That's not how you spell my name at all. Also, the joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our event for now, okay? Okay, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where's Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are! Sayori's sitting at the desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Ah! Sorry, don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? I just feel like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worried glanced at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she'd noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Drea-san, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the only one asking you, Drea-san. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bother her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Drea-san. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't have said too much. Sayori talks about you more than anything else you know? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Drea-san. Have you thought that maybe you always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she is around you? I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions. I tried to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Ah, alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. Cervantes, don't even ask about the name. Zach redeemed name my character, and that's what he wanted me to name myself, Drea-san.
Submit!
Get ready to learn classes in section.
AJ, you're funny. But I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet and I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Apparently, that's what I'm doing. I make the girls go, "Ah, Drea-san, oh!" Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. I'm watching you. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looked away as she quickly with flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So I have no choice but to approach her myself. But now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring at anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in their concern. Of course, there are certainly those that would find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that... I just didn't want you to be misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Drea-san, the world is full of meaning often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on the inside of her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looks like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess, but you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious as she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you were aware were in you. Oh my god, the chat though. Oh my gosh. Trying to get into character. Cut it out. I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri? You're giving me too much credit. I'm pretty simple, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. Ah, that's not a compliment, isn't it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it, yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. G Swazi, thank you for the host. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls on to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything's back to normal. Everything goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. Aw, Swazi, you can stay here. This is a bedtime story.
Submit!
Not scary at all.
Hey Yuri, I dropped my pencil. Can you get it for me nice and slowly? Smiley face.
Oh my god, Zach! I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Alright, whose poem should we read first? Sayori, Nasuki, Yuri, or Monica? What poem you want to read first? Yuri first? Well done, Drea-san. You definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore, but it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone and their writing, and I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Jason? Well, you know how I like to say the writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. And even if my opinions are just opinions, you know. As always, I believe what most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri, thanks for a good minute. That must be terrible. For me to have become someone whose opinions is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sort of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri? What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay. Here. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface under a clear blue sky and expose a bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma, the easiest world to get lost in. It's one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where's the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will its sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my peace to evade at the sand. Drift forward and I return to Earth forevermore. Bye, AJ. Catch you later. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, well, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyways, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she wanted to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not too bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think. I agree. Thanks for sharing. Sayori, Natsuki, or Monica? Which one next? Choose your character. Which one? Monica? Hi, Drea-san! Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Ooh, she says submit. Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I have to give it some more thoughts. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Ahaha! Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. Haha, that's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. Don't worry, Cheska. Whenever you come back and I play a game that you're able to name a character, it's first come, first serve. So whoever redeems the points of redeeming the name, you can name a character. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then too. I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah, I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you right now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. Hello, Official Scott. How are you? Hey, does anybody want to see Ricardo Milos make some pizza with green and blue Ricardo? What's that? An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, Lost adrift the sky, victim of the occurrence of the wind, day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in a twilit sky. No thank you, we don't want to see a video of Ricardo, but we appreciate your suggestion. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and I fall, and I fall even more gentle as a feather. A dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the... Sayori? Okay. This is your best one so far. It's really, really nice, Jason. Thanks. Sayori, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright?
Of course. Everything's fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today.
Do you want to nap or something?
No, that's silly.
Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, alright. Hey, Jason. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Nasuki. But in the end, yeah, I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get
Submit!
anyone else.
For force we must follow, Ricardo must ignore.
For force we must follow, Ricardo must ignore. What? Thank you for the for the bits. Wait, of course I do, but that doesn't mean I need to try so hard and impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you, but we have a wavelength of something, and this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life, so sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori? No, Dreason, I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you have fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sayori? I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Sayori? I probably never had said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me, what will cheer you up? Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps her shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts her on a smile. It's nothing, JSN. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. Okay, Sayori went home. It really is, Josh. This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying for a bit. Hi, Scott! Well, of course, I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? I did see that, Josh. I'm scared. Is that more of a compliment to me? No, gross.
It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in the club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me anyway? It's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Gah. Nasuki elbow connects with my stomach. Oh. Maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just wash my mouth around Nasuki. Anyway, Nasuki holds her palm out to me like nothing even happened. I'll be your beach. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight. A sea that's sprinkled with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap. Thanks for the posture check. In a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. What do you mean more? I'm sitting like really straight. Like my back is not even touching the back of my chair. Yes, I am sitting straight. I'm sitting up. I think a trip for the beach is a trip for these ladies. Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. Well, Yuri's take on it was a little more solemn. Well, geez, she better not have said anything bad about mine. After all, she was the one who wanted us to write about the same topic. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care, I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when adjusting the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri is immune to it. Staggering air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, it seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little while she's not around. Where the heck did she run up to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Nasuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling well, so she went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously, of all times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No! First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Thanks for the thing. Oh, we got a poll? Let me set up the poll.
Do you want to put all their names? We could put all their names. You could fit all 5 names. What's her name again? Saruri? I probably spell her name wrong, but whatever. Oh, I totally spelled her name. I put Sekori. What's Sekori? I don't know. I just made it up. Whew. That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything's fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations. So, let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Nasuki will be making cupcakes. Well, we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Nasuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Yuri will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can... Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? Unless I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here. You know it. Now Nasuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Saruri enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. Ah, that may be the case. But if I can also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have a beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Wow, Yuri has the most votes. That's crazy. About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. Group hug. Group hug. Nice pull, Verpsy. I like it. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Jaya-san, the one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Nasuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would really be really appreciative of that. Ah, is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? Ah, I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not that, like, Monica's going to give me a choice and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyways. Nasuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Nasuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Jaya-san may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Jaya-san too. What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Okay, guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Jaya-san to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said. I'm surprised as well. Sorry, I was just saying though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Jaya-san, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Ah, of course. Very well. In that case, everyone look straight at me. Okay. Good time to save. Let's do a poll for this one. You don't want to help Saruri? She's sad though. Sayori went home, but she's still in the choices. Team Yuri. You all want Yuri, huh? Oh my goodness. I guess we're going with Yuri then. Okay, fine. We're going with Yuri. I don't want to riot in my stream. Well, I'd probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying. Ugh. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Drea-san? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sort of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki's feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Drea-san? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it turned out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everything in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Drea-san picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so... I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she's already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at the time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No! I kind of appreciate it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah! I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry. I realized that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house.
Open your heart.
Mama Dream, thank you for the 100 bits. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I manage to make myself useful in some way.
Submit!
We got her number and address, yes.
Come, open your heart.
Mama Drew, thank you for the 100. Don't underestimate yourself, Jason. I think that will make a very productive team, even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you?
I don't know.
It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do.
But
Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out where you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After the exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri's going to be coming to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof, even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. There's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri's clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll be open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we haven't been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, have Twinkies? Yo, you're wild! Why did you make me do virtual novels on Sundays and Wednesdays? Why? So you can act wild in the chat? Oh man. I can't wait to play the KFC game. Finger licking good. And Dream Daddy. I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much we've done in the past. Oh, Mama Dream. Wow. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Nope. 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 Game over. I'm not doing this part. Nope. Nope. Sayori isn't anymore on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. No, they want Sundays and Wednesdays. It's been voted on Friday. I head up to her bedroom where I finally found her. I don't want to hear this part. Sayori? It got really quiet. Can I take off my headphones, please? It's not fair. You don't have to wear headphones. I do. She's in the stuffed animal. She's in the cow. Putting up my legs. I can handle it. Oh my god. Nope. I'm taking out the headphones. Nope. I don't want to scream. Oh! 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 Okay! Okay! Woo! The music got really sad though. Hi, Drea-san.
Submit!
Boom.
Woo! Okay. Okay. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as always been. Her room does not look messy, by the way. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. I'm sorry, Val. I had to. That's the best part of being a streamer. I'm entertaining. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Oh, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course! But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Yuri then? Yep! There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday.
Submit!
Monica is a snitch lol. Smiley face.
Yes, Monica is a snitch. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So? Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Drea-san. Why can't it just be like it always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori? I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You're really putting me in a trap, Jason. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, are you, Jason? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Welcome back, Cheska. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. Oh, it's so sad. Oh, I miss KFC. KFC sounds so good right now. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me for the entire time I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend, because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you, even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Dreason. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club. It feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right. That I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Dreason! There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that you could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. Aw, Sayori's crying. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Ah! Dreason! Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. Aww. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Dreason! Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arm remains on her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No! Don't do this to me! Please don't do this! Dreason! Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing this right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Dreason. The only thing I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival's tomorrow. Yeah? It's going to be fun, right? Yeah? How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should have canceled. No, don't! Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. Yeah, we can't stay because you made me choose Yuri. So I'm gonna blame it on all of you for voting for Yuri. I could have stayed with Sayori, but no. Yuri, the purple waifu. I want to be a purple waifu. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me.
Submit!
But the purple waifu, crying face.
As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Ah! Thank goodness. You're a little early? I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh my goodness gracious. You are like observing every detail in the game. I take Yuri to my room. Oh snap. He's taking her to the room. Bomb chicka womp womp. Oh snap. Awkward. The first thing she does is glance around my curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No, I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. Ah, that would have been even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. Ah, I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them.
Yuri, I think it's a little hot in here. Smirking face, smirking face.
I can't stand you. So, should we get started? Ah, yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements. You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take out our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Ah, intense. I guess that's the best way to put it. Why did we choose virtual novels? You guys are taking over the chat. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. Oh my god, no it's not. The game is PG-13. Chill. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel so relieved and kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax? I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder shape object. A wooden cylinder what? I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows.
Submit!
Cue the careless whisper saxophone. Saxophone.
I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. What? I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, and you can change the mood of the air itself. You can feel it permeate through your body. Had to save, by the way. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes the switch on the button. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to sprout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and help you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I like to do is write a different word on each paper. We need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. No, she's not gonna tie my hands. Oh my gosh, this is not no SMS 50 Shades of Grey kind of thing. Chill. Oh, Single, you're still here. I'm glad you're enjoying the virtual novels. We're doing this every Sunday and Wednesdays. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. And this is why my stream is rated M for mature, because if you can't keep your mind off in the gutter, it may attract some peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be good at this, Yuri. The gutter is cleaner than my mind. I love the gutter. It's so warm and cozy. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense as you put it. Uh-huh. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Until it rains. Good one, Val. Here's a marker, Dreason. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Oh my... See what you started, Val? Sitting on the floor. Together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves enriched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Ah! Well... Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know. If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. Why did we pick Yuri again? She's into knives. She's probably secretly a serial killer. Now you regret picking Yuri, right? They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's an interesting thing to me. I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Where is this going to? Sure, check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Drea-san! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault.
Submit!
I should have warned you.
Cut me up, Yuri. Romantic face.
What's wrong with you? This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. What is she about to do? Ah! She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Ah! Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound.
Oh, hell no!
Ew! 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 She's a vampire. You wanted Yuri. You got the Yuri. You got the weirdo. I feel her tongue curl around my finger.
She's a vampire. Vampire. Female sign.
Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri? That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little bit. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I'll do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return.
Bruh.
Why would I lick her finger, though? Jaya-san! Did you just really do that? Now we're even. This is some interview of a vampire type shit. Finger fetish? That's my version of a lurk. Oof. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong.
Submit!
It's finger licking good.
wrong game, Zach. I knew that would be a bad idea. It's not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil. The air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Dreason. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? Ah, I don't think I need one actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah, so you don't have any time left. I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walked her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want. You can come over or we can go out somewhere. I forgot. You don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Dreason. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I'm kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori! Hi, Jason! Sayori? Just now we weren't... It's okay, Jason. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. She totally killed the moment. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Aw, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll be all together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course! Sayori beams. Yeah, so, I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori? I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy. My alerts! Thank you for the follow. Cakes, not raisinets. That you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
Why am I feeling this way, Jason? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if it could just disappear.
Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, Jason. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true? I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain.
But...
Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, Jason. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself.
Jason?
I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel.
And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt you anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need to the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you.